It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is three professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm your host, Josh. I'm joined by Caleb.
Hi.
And Gabe.
Hi.
Guys, we've got a big episode here, lots to get to.
Yes.
And I don't want to waste any time.
Let's not. Let's get
Let's crack
right
into it.
into it.
The episode.
The episode has begun.
It's begun, and we're not going to waste any time.
Yeah. No.
All right.
That is one of the attributes of the show that I'm sure if you've listened at all,
Right.
if you haven't listened at all, welcome. But if you've heard it before, you probably know that it's kind of like laser focused. We get right to the issue at hand.
And we've gotten better and better at that. Like at first, we didn't play. We had this kind of meandering cold open.
Yeah.
We didn't play something at the very top.
Yeah.
That tells you what the episode is. You know, because we have our frequent collaborator Joy.
Right.
She's at the very top of the episode, says what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is
that it's
And so that's going to be confusing if you hear a woman's voice at the top and you don't hear any women's voices now. But don't worry, Josh just explained it.
Yeah, that's Joy, and she is telling you what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
People ask questions, and we provide
answers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a test. Good
Yes.
job.
Good
Good
job,
job,
Gabe.
Caleb.
Gabe
You're
got that
behind.
one.
You're behind.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, Caleb's behind, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got 1 point, and Caleb has.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're on the board. I'm on the board.
You're on the board.
All right.
Strong
Caleb's-
showing.
I think I can catch up.
Okay.
What for 1 point?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I can still catch up.
Okay.
But you,
I mean, I want to beat him, so
But Caleb-
I got to get 2 points now.
but
Yeah.
Caleb,
Yeah.
don't you know that? I mean, you're pretty anti-condiment. So are you sure you can catch up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna do that kind of stuff, then
Yeah.
I don't know what
Josh,
to
that's
do
a
now.
point, right?
No points for that.
Okay.
It's really good, and I
Okay,
like
thank
it.
you.
Oh my gosh.
But
okay.
but no points.
So
for
that could have been a point
Well-
on a good day.
No. I'm saying I would never give Gabe a point for that, but it's
you like
still
it.
good.
Okay.
It's just
Josh
because
thinks it's added to the whole thing so far.
I
Wow.
don't think it's bad.
I mean, I'm feeling a little discouraged now. If you're asking my opinion on me and
You have
the
a bad
process,
feeling.
bad feeling about if that's the kind of stuff you like. I
Yeah.
just don't think I really do that kind of
You don't.
stuff.
You don't think there's any way, Caleb. You don't think there's any way you could
Catch up.
2 points for Gabe?
Oh my gosh!
I
So-
left
so
the door
I told you
open.
I wasn't gonna do
Pause.
that.
I
Though.
left
But
the
you made it
door-
hard for me. You made it extra more
Yeah.
more difficult.
Extra more difficult.
This week is an extra more difficult episode.
It is.
Point of order, though. You said 2 points for Gabe. Does that mean
That means
my
you have 2
total
po-
is 2 points?
Thank you for
Great,
clarifying.
thank
Your
you.
total
Yes.
is 2 points.
Okay, he's got 2 points. I've got
Alright.
0.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
next thing can't be a catch-up thing.
No,
No, of course not.
no, it might.
Okay.
No, yeah. Sometimes.
So we have an interesting question
Yeah,
this
I think
week
so.
from Justin. He's a short, lonely, sometimes crazy,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes fake,
Yeah.
phony
Phony guy.
guy. He's been it seems like he's been struggling a little bit last time.
I was going to say, it seems like almost all of those things are increasing.
Yes.
He's getting shorter and crazier.
Well, definitely crazier. I think the length of the message that he sent us this week was pretty short
Yes.
too.
And that's good.
That is good.
Yeah, we had to balance it out after last week, having a 2-minute
Yes.
one last week. So
2-minute 22-second.
Yeah.
But this one is a little bit shorter, so that'll be
Okay.
nice. And
And that's why we did kind of mess around right at the beginning here, right?
Yeah, right. Because we've got
just that extra bandwidth of
I
a
mean,
short message.
compared to a lot of the messages, we've got 17 extra seconds.
Yeah, I mean, so we could just kind of spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, luxuriate in
Lounge.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably all we need to get into the
that.
question
Oh,
itself here.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So let's listen to it.
Hey guys, sorry if there's a lot of noise right now. I'm flying. This morning I woke up and I assumed the superpower of flight. And I was wondering what you guys think. How should I use this superpower for good? And how should I fight evil with this new superpower? Thanks, guys. I always appreciate.
That is Justin, and it was an interesting message.
Yeah.
An interesting
Yeah.
question.
That's.
Yeah.
I almost don't know what to say.
Right. It's actually unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
Parts of it
Yeah.
Parts of it seem a little tricky. Like, yeah, I don't, but I am, we did kind of call Justin on some of his stuff previously,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it seemed like he got it made him kind of upset.
What?
Yeah.
And just to clarify for those that might not know, Justin had reached out and talked about a dream
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was clearly made up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the next, I believe it was the next message we got from him
Yeah.
was, kind of him talking about how to, or asking how he should deal with these dark thoughts that.
Well,
appeared to
he
kind of be-
actually there was
Yeah.
an interview. There was another one in there
Okay.
too, where he was just listening to. He was hanging out with his friends,
Oh,
but he was
that's-
actually
yes.
just listening to
Yes.
us, our
Yeah.
podcast. But then,
Yeah. Then he was talking about the dark thoughts.
We called him out for
Yeah.
his friends were just. It was just an audio from the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was being replayed on the podcast.
Yeah.
Which is not really our favorite thing.
No, it's not what we like to do. We like to not waste time and to constantly be.
We don't want to go over things we've already gone over.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what this is an important subject. These questions we're answering and showing you how to answer.
People come to us for answers and
Yeah.
for help figuring out how to provide answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not called advanced dilly-dallying techniques.
Right.
Right.
It's advanced answering techniques, the podcast.
The podcast.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting scary.
Yeah.
The episode on Dark Thoughts, you know, I had a feeling
Sure.
that Justin might be headed towards dental school.
Yeah. Well, or something, or that he might just take on the pattern of the
Sure.
dentist.
Yes. Right.
Right.
Which is scary. I don't want to make anyone become a dentist.
Right.
Or do anything dentists do.
No.
So
Yeah.
I feel conflicted, if I'm being honest.
Let's talk about just some of the things that sort of raise your some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb, you were mentioning earlier that
Yeah. One of my gripes about this message,
and by the way,
yeah.
that's half a point.
Wow.
Okay.
So I left the end of the sentence open, and
I'm finishing it up.
you're going.
Let's see how
So-
I do. Okay, I
Wow.
feel like okay, awesome. Don't screw this up.
Okay. One of my gripes with the question
Okay, that's a point.
is that it's a I don't know. I think it's just a little. There's just
Okay,
a
so
little
I guess
too
I just don't
much
know what the
noise.
rules are.
Right. Yeah.
I guess I just don't know
that's
how
what
to do
that's
it.
what it seems
Hey
like.
Caleb. Hey
That's-
Caleb. Can I offer you some advice?
I'd take anything at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anything you can get, but not a point. Yeah, I guess I'm not really that worried about finding out what the rules of the game are. I'm more just interested in winning the game. Yeah. So that's kind of my strategy.
Yeah. I see.
Don't waste time.
Don't waste time.
Figuring out rules. Just get in there, get your hands.
Or the objective. Or even don't waste time asking if there's a reward or some sort of consequence for winning the game. I don't know.
Right.
Could be.
You could be assuming a bunch of responsibilities now. Now you've proven yourself to take on another kind of role.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, my gripe with the question was it seemed crazy to me that we were hearing the wind. We could hear the wind blowing, but then every time Justin spoke, the wind kind of went away. And I was just wondering if that's... I've never known someone who can fly, who has the superpower of flight. Right. So I don't know what it sounds like when they record themselves while they're flying.
Sure.
That's a good point.
This could be totally normal.
But have you ever heard someone recording themselves in the middle of a lot of wind? Because that's what it...
Effectively.
That is what it is.
You're right.
It's not different.
And I have heard people do that, and it does seem not exactly the same, but with advanced phones and stuff, there's some kind of audio tuning, some ducking that happens of unwanted sounds. So maybe that's what we're hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think that's probably the most likely reality is that there's some sort of processing happening that's focusing on his voice when he's speaking, and then bumping the gain up when he's not speaking, so that it's very loud and pronounced.
Get that wind sound in there,
yeah, that sort of thing in the background.
But that's kind of a compression issue. That's, I don't want to get into like a bunch of technical audio processing kind of stuff here.
That's not what you're here for, but
if I could do that, would I get a point?
If you could?
If I could get into all that stuff?
Yeah, if you can explain how compression works
to Josh.
To me, then that you could have, I don't know about a whole point.
Okay. Do I still have my other half point?
Yeah, you got a half point.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I can't do it, so I don't.
Yeah.
So it's pointless.
It's pointless.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's pointless, and
a waste of time.
Yes.
But I think that... So I think we can put that to bed. He is.
Let's say he's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking one thing with another.
Yeah.
I think it's not. I don't know. Is it crazy to think that someone just woke up and was able to fly?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not crazy.
That doesn't seem...
Stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
Not often.
Sure.
No. Look, if he does this and then next week we get Joy getting on here and saying, I'm flying too.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about that.
I think 2 in a row would be weird.
Yeah. But once in the lifetime of a podcast, someone gets the ability to fly?
Yeah.
Sure.
But if somebody else were to get it, another listener of our podcast were to say that they could fly, I'd start to maybe question whether this podcast gives people the ability to fly.
Right. That could be another thing, which I would hope would really help us.
Yeah, right. Listeners.
It's like even if you just have to listen to 40 hours of these guys.
Yeah. Well, is it earned, or is it just kind of luck of the draw? Is it something that your chances of gaining the gift of flight increase after listening to our entire catalog? We don't know that that's not true. Go ahead and try it.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
The one thing that I would say is, you'll remember in the first episode of the X-Men TV show, when
the cartoon
Jubilee, the cartoon show, Saturday mornings, Fox.
Yes.
Yep. The very same Jubilee. Was she's a cartoon specific X-Man, and she got her mutant powers after traumatic experience.
Okay.
Basically with the onset of adolescence.
Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering if somebody listens to our podcast.
yeah.
If that amounts to
kind of
essentially
triggers.
It compounds to become
Just
effectively
enough to put them over the top.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
regular life experience sitting there waiting for us to trigger their supernatural abilities.
listening
And we
to the
thought it would be
podcast-
related to discussing questions, answering questions, but
Right.
hey, we don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
flying.
just the trauma of having listened to enough of the podcast.
changes you at a molecular level.
Right.
It changes your body chemistry.
How your body interacts with the world.
Right. Ain't great.
And we, like I said, we thought it was going to be through. We knew we were going to change people,
That's
Sure.
That's
but we
what
didn't think this would be the case.
we thought we were changing their minds.
Yes.
Yes.
We're actually changing their relationship
I don't
to
know if we've.
physics.
I don't know if we've ever actually stated what our mission, our mission statement
right.
is. But maybe
Yeah.
we should do that.
Maybe
right?
we should. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Part of our mission statement is we want to change your mind from
Change your mind.
not thinking you can fly to thinking
Well,
you can
okay.
fly.
That's the addendum that we can put in there today if we
Yeah,
want.
I was
that's-
hoping. Okay,
I did. Hold on. Did you think that was part of the mission statement from day one?
that's what I was thinking. We didn't
Okay.
ever say the mission statement out loud to each other. So
Things are starting to add up,
Yeah.
I guess. Kind of. I don't know.
That being
the
the,
more
case,
you learn, the less you know.
that being the case, I'm kind of surprised that you weren't more
Right.
excited and pleased by since it was a stated goal of yours.
Well, it
apparently.
was it's a stated goal of mine, but I thought we would just get there eventually, and here we are.
Gotcha,
you know?
gotcha.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
it just-
I was like, oh, I hope it happens. I'm like, I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
but
I
it's-
think, I mean,
So
honestly,
obviously, here we go.
yes, obviously, one of our listeners can fly.
yeah. I mean, I think that's a pretty good mission statement.
Yeah,
I think we should just go with that.
yeah.
To change our goal is to change your mind so that our listeners can fly. Is that what you?
And it's starting to
No,
work.
no, no. The mission statement is to change our listeners' minds from not believing they can
Okay.
fly to believing they
Believing
can
they
fly.
can fly. Okay. There you go. So that's
Yeah,
And now that doesn't mean that. I mean, it's carefully worded.
yeah.
right. Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't mean that you
You
can't
can
fly.
fly.
Sure. But
It means that you believe you can.
we have affected your
Yeah.
your thought process, your patterns of thinking to the point that you will believe that you can fly.
And I do. One of the other things that we might want to add to that is that you believe that you can fly, but only ever starting from the ground level.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
feel like we assume a certain amount of
Gotcha.
liability
Absolutely.
if our listeners believe that they can fly,
Yeah.
and so they jump off of
You
a
don't
tall
need to
building
jump. You don't need to jump
or something
off
like
of-
that.
Yes.
like it's dangerous to believe that you can fly.
Believe that you
It's-
can fly
it's
if
like
you're
a
standing in
helicopter.
a field.
It's like a helicopter like, without the blades that make you just. I don't know how it works. It doesn't.
Is it?
It hasn't worked for me.
Yeah.
But you can take off straight off the ground,
It has to be.
so you don't need any kind of runway.
Right.
Zero. Yeah, you can just. What is it called? I forget what it's called. It's some kind of flight technology.
Yeah.
Some jets can do it.
Yep.
Oh,
You just take off
right.
straight
Rapid,
vertical
rapid
takeoff.
ascent,
Vertical
vertical
takeoff.
takeoff. Yeah.
So yeah,
Vertical
you don't need a
takeoff.
runway. You don't need to be running.
Like a Harrier will do that.
Yes.
Like straight off the
yes.
ground.
This is just straight off the ground. So yeah, I mean, I will say one thing. When I think back on the mission statement and where we are now, I am surprised.
And that does
we,
have to kind of be the lens.
Yes.
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 That we see
Everything through.
Yeah.
If I could adapt, if I could adopt Gabe's
Thank
cadence.
you. Yes.
That it's surprising to me that we didn't ever really overtly talk about it and it just happened. I
Yeah.
did think we'd have to kind of prime people a little
Yeah.
bit more, but just my belief of this,
Sure.
my vision board at home, it
You sort
was
of
just enough that
Right. It's basically you had to believe that you could make other people believe that they could fly.
Yes. Yeah.
In order for
One,
you to actually
which
make
is
other people believe that
interesting.
they could fly, and now here we are.
Here
which
we
is
are.
interesting to me because if I could reveal a little bit of what my intention
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted part of my intention was to help Caleb
Oh.
to start to believe that he could impact somebody else's ability to believe
Wow.
Wow.
in something.
That is-
for me, I left that
Yeah.
very open.
That
Well,
was
that's
your
kind of you. That's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
you because then I got to choose.
Yeah.
You know, power of flight.
Yeah.
Um,
So this is
this is insane.
it's a really good experience for me
yeah.
to kind of finally, I'm seeing through Justin having his
Yeah.
development.
It
I'm
seems like
getting
it's
to see
like-
kind of my intentions pay off, and
Yeah.
it really does makes Justin's success my success.
Oh.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that, I mean, does that make you want to do anything? You know, give anyone anything?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Just like-
I guess that would be a pretty good opportunity for Josh to give me some more points because I kind of was the one that brought up the mission statements.
Yeah.
So, he probably wouldn't we probably wouldn't be having this
Yeah.
conversation.
Well, in another
Yeah.
this kind of quiet secret intention that I had was to
What?
give Gabe a total of 4 points.
Okay.
So that has happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I-
my mission statement, my
Uh-huh.
intention for the podcast has always just been just get out there and have a good time, Just have some fun.
Wow.
Right? So
It's no points involved in your mission statement?
no,
I thought
no,
for
no,
sure.
definitely not. No.
I thought for sure you were going to come out and say, my mission statement for the podcast is
Yeah.
get all the points I can get.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something. It's like an elite athlete. You can do all of the training and you can learn all of the fine margin rules. All the rules of the game and everything. You can have all of that, but if you don't actually just enjoy playing the game,
Yeah.
then you probably aren't going to maximize your ability.
Yeah.
In that. So, so that I just look to
Second tier kind of goal maybe is points. First tier is get out there and have some fun.
just have some fun.
Well,
Yeah.
and Gabe does often say that, if you're not winning, you're not really having a good time.
Sure. Yeah. No, they are
Yeah,
inextricably linked for me.
Yeah.
Winning and having a good time.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I mean, if that was the case for me, I don't think we'd be having nearly as much fun.
Right.
right. I wouldn't be
Right.
having any
Yeah.
fun.
You wouldn't be having any fun.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like coming in second place is like pretty fun.
Just to
Yeah.
to be in the running at all
Yeah.
for you is
Yeah.
really important.
I like to be near
Near greatness.
near what's happening. That means I got to be on the sideline cheering.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I had to be in the race, losing,
Getting
getting
crushed.
beat,
Right.
that's
And-
okay too.
Yeah.
And somebody has to take on that role. Like that is true.
Yeah. What are you competing against if it's just you?
What would I be competing?
Yeah.
Would my points be worth anything if you didn't have 0 points? Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
They're not
Having 4 points
Well,
when
he
somebody
actually
else
has
has
got
half a
one
point.
half a point.
You do have
Oh,
half
okay.
a point.
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
He still has that? Okay.
I haven't done
Yeah, I mean, as of
That's fine.
right now.
I guess that makes my 4 points seem like an even greater accomplishment. That Caleb hasn't even been able to scrape together a 1.0 point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah,
he just has 0.5 points.
And I'm glad for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I can.
Nobody's
do that for you.
happier for me than myself.
Yeah.
I do want to swing back by Justin's question.
Okay.
Do you think? You think
zoom
we
in.
should?
You want
Yeah.
a light on Justin's
Yeah,
question?
I want to just do a flyby.
Yeah.
And one of his questions is how should he use his powers for
Yeah.
good?
Right.
Yes.
Which is the right question to ask.
I have. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Go-
Because I have immediate thoughts.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Package delivery.
The ultimate good.
That's
Just
true.
Get people's packages to them
Yep.
as quickly as possible.
I know this
with
is
your family.
There's a real market need. You know, Amazon's trying to develop drones that could do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is a great opportunity to, you know, get in kind of on the ground floor of an exciting new industry.
Yeah.
Package delivery via flight.
Yeah. Like, just think about that. You know, there's all these problems right
Yeah.
now with weather delaying stuff in our region. You may have ordered something recently, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
It's days late.
Right.
And you're upset. And so, you know, and there's a lot of things to be upset about in this day and age.
Yeah.
And if we could just reduce one of those things,
Right.
That would be
I
great.
see. I thought you meant like lots of packages that aren't being delivered.
there are,
That would
but
make me
there's
upset.
other things too.
Oh, okay. I see.
There's
Yeah.
unrest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's that big graph with all the that has the tracks the money. That's a problem.
That
a
is
big
bad. Yeah.
problem.
There's that.
Or is it good? It's too good.
And the one that tracks all the temperatures.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
There's
not good.
there are all these graphs out there.
Yes.
There's
that's
these
true.
huge there's a bunch of graphs that are
Everybody-
just showing us things are not good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's tossing and turning in bed because of graphs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
waking up. I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at this graph. I'm looking at that graph.
Oh my gosh, that can't be good. It's going
Sometimes-
down.
That's,
Oh no, that one's going
Oh
up.
no, that's
not
what's
good.
going up and down at the
wait
same
a second.
time.
Why can't this one be going down and that one be going up? Then
Oh.
everything would be
We should really
not
figure
as
out.
bad.
We should really figure out how to make that one go down and this
Right.
one go up.
Maybe if we put this one, if we can make this one go down, the other
Yeah.
one will. No, they both are going to go down.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, that's so.
Yeah.
Let's take off. Let's take one of those problems
Sure.
off.
Right. Yeah,
And I'm
Justin.
sorry, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, yeah.
But this
you're
is one of those
kind
things.
of angry.
Why can't we get our packages on time?
Right.
at least we'd have that.
Yeah.
Well, there was a real golden age
Oh.
of package delivery. You guys remember this?
Yeah.
Where Prime meant 2 days.
It meant
It
2
really
days.
did.
It meant 2 days.
It really
and
did.
all it cost was a monthly subscription to the Amazon Prime service,
Yeah.
and terrible working conditions for many people.
Yeah.
That
But we're not
anytime people would try to report on it, they would just suddenly not be reporting on that anymore.
Yeah.
And they'd be doing something else. So, that's all it costs.
They would be free to live in the world.
Sure.
Just
It'd be
anywhere
free to
out in the world.
Find a new job, not working for
Right.
Jeff Bezos owned
Yeah.
Washington
That's
Post.
true. Yes. This is
Yep.
true.
Just go out and be in the world.
Yeah. They got promoted to customer.
Yeah. So that's what I think you could do good is get those friggin' packages to us on
Yeah.
time.
So that's one thing.
help these companies keep their word.
Yeah. One of the
Thank
biggest
you.
threats that we experience these days is Chinese weather balloons.
Yes.
And guess what happened? Chinese weather balloon comes into the US. Can we shoot it down? No,
No.
we can't. It's too dangerous
Yeah.
And so
to shoot it down.
they're trying to give us their friggin' weather.
They're trying to bring a whole balloon full
They
of their
trapped
weather
a whole cloud. A
over
whole Chinese
here.
rain cloud.
Do we want it?
I
No.
don't think so.
But so what had to happen is it had to go across the whole United States.
Yep.
And it wasn't just part of it was bringing their weather here.
Yep.
Part of it was spying on nuclear sites and
Yeah.
things like that.
Right. Well, yeah. That
But-
part I knew.
Yeah. But
That's just gravy.
so we had to wait until it was out over the ocean, and then we could do something about it. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? Now with Justin,
Yeah.
he can go up there and he can take a needle
Mm-hmm.
and he can let the weather out
Hey.
slowly.
Or how's this for a suggestion? Just push it a little further north. Just send it up Canada.
Set it up
Oh,
again. They
yeah.
like China.
Oh, they
Yeah.
would love.
Look
a
at
little
all
bit of that.
Chinese
Look at
weather.
all of Canada's
Yeah.
nuclear sites.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like thinking about Xi Jinping being like, oh, now for my dastardly plan of sending sending a weather balloon full of Chinese weather over to America. And they're like, we could also, sir, we could also take pictures of nuclear sites. And he's like, sure, that's fine.
We caught some of our weather. Now it's
is
we're
there
gonna make our weather their weather.
is there going to be like a little black rain cloud in the weather balloon?
Winnie the
No.
Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Much?
What? Hey, what? I don't have a toddler.
No, I'm saying Xi Jinping, Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah. You think he's Pooh Baron?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
Pooh
yeah.
Bear.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the perks of being a dictator.
Oh, yeah. He's always in behind that desk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
You
I'm wearing a
never know.
shirt. I'm wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Sir, are
Gigi-
you wearing pants? I'm wearing clothes.
I'm clothed.
I'm doing what I need to.
I'm as clothed as I need to be.
Now, can you help me get my hand out of this honey pot
He's just eating.
by the pawful?
He's like on a Zoom call,
Xi Jinping.
on a phone call, sucking his hand. And there's empty honey pots nearby. Yeah.
Scattered all around him.
Yes. Oh yes.
But
Yeah.
so I thought that
and
was
he can
good.
do that quickly while
You
he's
would
delivering
just-
packages.
you-
They're not mutually exclusive.
Right. Just that's true. Yeah, that could be sort of his, Peter Parker is a photographer by day.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Spider-Man
He's
by
using his
night.
superpower to deliver packages,
Right.
but then he assumes a different identity of a flying man.
To
Yeah.
just go
Takes care of
Deal with
potential national threats.
Chinese weather balloons.
Yeah.
One word of advice I had is if you are going to be using a needle to carefully puncture and let the air out of the balloon, just bring a couple extra needles.
Why?
They're just small. You can drop them.
Oh yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
if you're traveling at a high speed, that is actually something we don't know about Justin's flight ability. At what speed is he traveling?
Yeah.
Would it actually be faster? I'm assuming we're making a lot of assumptions here.
No, it's not actually completely true, Gabe. I'm sorry.
Based on this wind sound?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on the wind sound, you do have to be going probably at least, 40 miles per hour to get that kind of wind sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough thing.
40
to-
miles per hour as the crow
estimate.
flies.
Yeah.
Or as the Justin flies is what I'm
Right.
going to say from now on.
That's
Yeah, I don't think any crow is flying 40 miles an hour, Caleb.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see. That would be pretty cool to see.
40 miles an hour
On
as the crow flies.
Planet Earth's next series is just on spectacular specimens of animals, and there's just a crow that can
a crow.
fly 40 miles,
Whoa.
along with an elephant that can hold its breath for 8 minutes.
Sure.
pretty good.
That's okay. I feel like the degree of what's
It's not
impressive
the best
about it.
part of the
Yeah, that-
episode is the elephant holding its breath. It's
Yeah.
totally not as fun as
It would be
watching
hard
the
to
crow
find that elephant too.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going through some elephants to find this guy.
I mean, maybe half of elephants can do that already. I don't know.
They might be
Yeah.
holding their breath for up.
Raise your trunk if you can hold your breath over 6
That's how
minutes.
they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
By process of elimination. The other thing that I did have another idea. So as everybody knows, when you go to a fair,
Yeah.
children are losing their balloons
Oh, yeah.
all the time. And so
Which kind of seems unfair.
it seems unfair. They view it in my experience with my children, they view it as very unfair.
Yeah.
To the point where at a certain point when I would give one of my children a balloon, I would say this balloon is going to fly away or be popped.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen to this
Yes.
balloon.
Right.
So please try to not be upset
Yeah.
when that happens, because it will happen. It's inevitable.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of the truth for Justin's children now.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of those things will happen to Justin.
To Justin.
At this
Justin will
point.
fly away or pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Or be pop.
or be pop.
There
now
you
he's
go.
now he is just being pop.
Yeah.
So I think it would be cool for Justin to sort of be around. This is one way he can use his powers for good, to be around one of those fairs.
Okay.
Yes.
There are these balloons flying away. Justin could go up, get
But
the
how
balloon.
does this
What's
connect
that?
with him flying?
Let me explain.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting there, and I
Thank you.
understand it was taking me a
Sorry.
little while.
The balloons are flying up in the air.
The balloons are flying
Justin
up in
can
the air.
fly.
Justin
I don't
can fly.
see how they connect.
Right. So
It's
what
okay,
would
Gabe.
happen,
We'll get there.
What would happen is Justin would fly
Okay.
and grab the
Oh,
balloon.
I see.
And he would
Wow,
bring it,
Gabe, that was quick.
Well,
Yeah.
Josh explained it well.
and he would bring it back down to the child,
Yeah.
and he'd be able to sell it back to them.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That's him
Oh,
using
you-
his powers for good.
Right.
yes. Well, look, it's not free.
I mean, there's got
It's
to
not
be
free. It doesn't cost a ton.
right.
The flight.
No. It's like half price.
Yeah. You look,
Yeah.
this was going to be totally gone. And now for half price, you
Yeah.
can have it completely back.
It's like
and I think if he had a couple of those needles with him, he'd be able to go
right.
half price for this balloon. Hold
yeah.
the
This
needle
is a
up.
limited time offer.
Limited
as he
time offer.
moves
My
the-
finger,
moves the
my
needle
hand
closer,
is
closer.
and put
Yeah.
parents in a situation where they really needed to choose.
They need to do good.
Yeah.
It kind of lets you do good too as
Yes.
a parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Make the right choice.
That's how Justin's doing good. He's turning parents into heroes.
Yes.
Yep.
Did you see that that flying man,
Wow.
Did you see that
about
flag
to
man?
pop your balloon, and Daddy paid the price to get it
Yes.
back for you?
Daddy used the
Use the
greatest good of all,
superpower,
money, to solve the problem.
I had one other thing, which is that, as we've discussed, Dennis will go to a fish show in the parking lot, and they'll bring a big canister of nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
They will fill balloons
Huh.
and sell them. I think Justin would be able to, from his vantage point up above, flying over a parking
Yes.
lot at a fish show, would be able to get the attention of various law enforcement
Yeah.
officers and point out where these infractions are occurring.
I think
Right.
that's a really good.
Because nitrous oxide's heavier than air, so it doesn't float. It does the opposite of floating. Mm-hmm. It goes down.
Really?
Yeah.
Nitrous oxide's heavier than air.
Yes, it is.
Yep. That's
Wow.
why your voice is so deep when you
I've never done nitrous
When
oxide,
you-
Caleb.
have some of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I've definitely watched people.
Oh
yeah, you've seen it. Oh, you've been to some fish shows.
I have.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
and I would have felt a lot
Jeez, Josh
safer.
is showing off over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his fish
Fish
shows.
shows.
My fish experiences.
Can we,
I
can
would
we
have-
move on to a different subject?
I
Let's not get stuck on the fish shows.
we won't
Josh.
get
Yeah.
stuck
I
there.
don't wanna hear any more
want
about
to
it.
say. I did want to say that I would have felt a lot safer if there had been a small, crazy man flying.
a small, lonely, crazy man flying around,
Dear Trey Anastasio,
narking
Yeah.
on dentists.
I recently attended a show of yours.
And was dismayed to find flagrant drug use.
I don't think, or dismayed to find that there was not
Right.
a small, lonely, insane man
Yes.
flying around narking on
Keeping the
dentists.
parking lot
Yes.
safe.
And you know what's crazy is that's not the most insane letter Trey Anastasio has
No,
ever
definitely
received.
Definitely not.
No.
Did you guys have any any ideas for how? There's really a two-part question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How Justin could use his powers for good? How he could use them to fight evil?
To
You
fight
basically
evil.
you
that's pretty
answered the fighting evil with the dentist with this
Yeah.
fish lot. Not that I want to go back to the fish lot,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just to say.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, how could he stop evil with his flying powers?
Well, I mean, even the
We actually
weather
have
balloon
yet to
thing
hear,
And one
is
thing-
hear
kinda-
any kind of actual
I know.
suggestion
I know.
from Gabe.
And but before we
fine.
do, I just want to make sure that we're all aware that it would be fine if there was some way of doing this that had nothing to do with any balloons at all.
yeah, yeah.
That would be.
It's not
I don't
required.
feel that it has to be.
It's not required.
strictly.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Which
but Gabe has 4 points, no suggestions.
Yeah.
that's right.
Me,
Yeah.
half a point, bunch of suggestions.
That's yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Again,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
seem pretty hung up on like
On what the rules
and what's,
are.
You know, like all of those aspects.
I mean, I
of-
didn't say anything about rules. Rules. I was just saying what's happening.
Right. But that's all happening according to the rules. Don't worry
You
about
are
it.
bringing up these
Okay.
concerns in such a way that kind of lets on that you believe I've checked this box, I've checked that box, I should receive requisite,
Yes.
points, or yeah, like
Right.
that should be. There's a transactional approach that you're
There's a
taking.
suggestion
That's not how
to
it
point,
works, Caleb.
Right.
Ratio. Yeah.
Right. It's merit. It's not just
Yeah.
doing the work. It's like, does the work deserve a point?
Right. Is it?
Yeah.
Or does the work deserve half a point?
Yeah.
Right? That's the difference.
You worry about playing the game.
Yeah.
Let me worry about the points.
Right.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, actually,
Playing
Caleb,
the game. Don't worry about rules though. Just
No.
play game. Have fun.
Have fun
then-
playing the game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
that's all I'm waiting to see.
Yeah. I gotta have enough fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay.
I do want to hear any kind
We'll
of.
see if it's okay.
It's like
Yeah.
it feels like you've loaded up the point bank, and we're like going to see this pay off
Yeah.
with like good like a suggestion.
Right.
yeah.
And so I'm just like really excited to hear what you
Yeah.
have to say, Gabe.
Since
How
when
does
was
Justin
it?
fight evil?
How does he fight evil?
Yeah.
And again, does not have to have
yeah,
anything to
I
do
mean,
with balloons.
No
well,
balloons.
that's
Doesn't
fine.
have to.
But like, I guess if if I could
like
come
if
up
Justin could make some kind of balloon animal or
Sure.
balloon weapon that fights evil,
with, yeah,
that
Yeah.
you don't have to do that.
no, that's that's
I'm
a
just
fine
giving you
suggestion.
suggestions for what you don't have to do.
What something that I could suggest.
Yeah, something.
Thanks.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so I guess we have to first ask like, what is evil? You have to kind of define your terms here, so
Yeah.
I think we have to ask that
And
question.
Gabe is having so much fun right now.
I'm having a blast over here asking the big questions.
Yeah.
What is evil?
Yep.
And
Zeppelin.
and I think how you fight evil, Justin, is that I think it'd be evil for you to have this gift, this ability of flight, and not enjoy yourself and have fun while you're doing it. So the way that you can fight evil is to just have fun while you're flying. just get up there and have some fun,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like like that's how you. I think that's I think how you would do it.
Wow. I mean, look, I don't know what I was expecting, but
Yeah.
I'm truly blown away
Thank you.
Yeah.
because it's true. I mean, if he were to go up there and deliver these packages, pop these balloons, grab
Yeah.
these other balloons,
Yeah.
starting to pop the other kids' balloons, all in the name of good,
Yeah.
Right, but he's not.
but he's not enjoying it. How long
Yeah.
until he becomes
Yeah.
a villain?
Right.
Yeah.
How long until he starts, resenting the people he's delivering packages to, the Chinese for their trying to get their weather over here,
Right.
these children for not having tight enough grips.
Right.
He's gonna turn into a big bad, crazy, short,
Yeah. Just
lonely flying
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. I mean that's my point. That's what I was saying.
Right.
Yep.
And
And he's gonna be up there flying around a fish concert, directing people to the dentist.
Yeah.
Hey,
Check
right,
over there.
right.
He gets
Yeah.
a piece. He
Hey,
gets
guys.
a taste.
I was
of the-
thinking about this with Spider-Man, with
Yeah.
Peter Parker you mentioned earlier. Like why didn't he start taking pictures of himself as Spider-Man robbing banks and stuff? Because then he's making money while he's making money.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
dude.
know? And
the
why
crazy
didn't he
thing
do
is-
that?
He did. He does.
Because he was having too much fun.
He does do that.
Oh, he does?
At one point, he does. He has to. It's weird that I know this. I was reading my boys. At one point, Aunt May is in the hospital. He has to make money quick. People believe
I'd love to see
Spider-Man.
that hospital.
There's another. Yeah, I know.
Probably can't. Probably too small.
She's an ant. Yeah.
Yes. She, Ant-Man, is an ant.
I said Aunt May.
Aunt May. I thought you said Ant-Man.
No, Peter Parker doesn't do these kind of favors for Ant-Man.
I don't know.
Go back
Aunt
far
May.
enough.
Aunt May, his sweet aunt.
Oh, what Spider-Man doesn't hang out with Ant-Man? Come on.
I don't know. But he does actually do that. It's crazy
Okay.
that you actually mentioned that because he literally does.
Yeah.
There's another person out there pretending to be Spider-Man, stealing the chameleon.
Oh, I've probably
He's
this is
stealing
probably in
from
my
a bank, and Peter
subconscious,
Parker actually poses photos of him to incriminate himself because he knows they'll sell.
Right.
Anyway, oh jeez, I can't believe I did that.
I can.
Sorry.
Yeah, and hang on. No points.
That for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I
No
mean,
point.
but it's not because it's not good.
All right,
It's not because it's not fun.
you saw how
but-
much it was. It wasn't fun for me.
Right,
to
right.
do
It seemed
Yeah.
painful.
Caleb. Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
not, but I'm not saying that you might not be able to earn points by inflicting pain on yourself
Sure.
Oh,
too. I'm not.
that is an option.
I'm
too.
not saying one way or another.
Here we are talking about the
Regardless.
rules again.
Yeah. That's the way Caleb likes it. Is just focused on the rules instead of focused on playing the game, having fun.
You know who else was focused on the rules?
Yeah.
The Pharisees.
Yep.
True.
Speaking of fairs,
Yeah. Speaking of fairs.
Pharisees.
What?
Pharisees.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of fairs, Pharisees.
Pharisees.
Okay.
Okay.
And
No, it's just the
Hey, speaking of
sound.
Pharisees.
The sound of Pharisee
Okay.
has
Pharisee.
fair in it.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Pharisees, fairs.
I got nothing. I got nothing on that.
That's okay.
Wow. Okay.
The so I think we've
Oh, speaking of fairs,
pretty much Speaking of fairs,
Ferris wheels.
yeah, Ferris wheels. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's a sound you might make if you're on a Ferris wheel?
Wee.
Pharisee.
Yeah. Ferris wheels. Speaking of Ferris wheel, where would you go on a day off?
The sea.
A fair? Ferris Bueller's Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They should
you
have
know
sent
what?
it to the fair.
They should have.
Caleb's having a dang blast over here. He can have some of my points.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Caleb gets a point.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Caleb gets
A point and a half?
Nope. No, you're a single point.
Oh, I got half a point.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. You have. I said you
Caleb
get a point.
gets a point.
But I
Now
already
you
had
have
half a point.
no. But now you have a point. You get a point.
Total.
Gotcha.
You get a point.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I don't mean to argue.
Well, Josh,
I was
don't
just
know.
confused. I was trying to understand where I was at.
Seems like
Okay.
there should be a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I don't want to. It seems like
I don't make the rules.
No,
but
no, you don't make the rules. I do make the rules, but I do take some suggestions. And nothing would give me greater pleasure than to. Yeah, I mean, Caleb, it's really not a judgment on you or anything
Sure.
that you're down to no points. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish I was having more fun during this,
Yeah.
because then
Yeah.
I would be.
Then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it would just be.
But then you would also have more points, wouldn't you?
And that's where I think I'm getting concerned about that. I
Yeah.
want the points, and then I
Yeah.
get concerned about how I'm doing.
It
It really sucks.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's a good point.
And that's a good point.
That's
and that's
5
a point
points.
for Gabe.
And you know what,
5
Josh?
points for Gabe.
I want to give you some points. Not that I have any really,
Right.
but I would, if I had some, I'd give some to you because you've been so honest with me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's cool. Man, that was a really cool, just genuine and
It was a real moment.
and just it was pretty obvious that Caleb wasn't expecting anything in return.
Yeah, that there wasn't kind of a look in his eye that he didn't reach his fingers out and do one of these.
Yeah, practically rubbing his finger.
Like a Rob Schneider in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Practically.
I mean, it felt like you're doing that with your eyes.
I think Justin's question has been
very thoroughly answered.
handily.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the question. We do like to step back and kind of talk about some of the techniques that we've employed
Yeah.
in order to answer the question.
Yeah.
What do either of you have a real strong kind of through line on?
I mean, I think one of the things we really showed today was competition.
Mm-hmm.
Make it competitive.
Yeah.
You know, don't just let yourself stagnate.
Mm-hmm.
Iron sharpening iron.
Yeah.
You're going to improve the overall answer if you kind of have this iterative, like back and forth.
Just
sort
because
of.
someone's answer sounds right and good, don't settle for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe there's
Don't
a
give them
righter and
points.
gooder
There's,
answer.
I mean, I think there's always a better and a righter and gooder answer, and
Right.
truer.
Yeah, just because someone starts, like, has an idea, has a way of, kind of dealing with something, and starts off in the right direction, and then somebody else comes along and improves on it.
Yeah.
Right.
That doesn't mean that second person shouldn't get 5 more points.
Thank you.
So good
10
job,
points.
kids.
Right. Yeah,
10
and you know,
points.
you just
That's a record.
And the
isn't
other
it?
thing
It's-
is, the other thing is that it's like, even if that answer is not even better,
Yeah.
if the way they answered it, it's like so fun,
Right.
and you can see in their eyes,
And
that they
you
just-
can hear them, and they say iron sharpening iron. And you go, ooh, well,
Whoa,
isn't
whoa.
that, wow, what an image.
wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. I can see the sparks.
I can see that. I can see the iron. And
I can see the.
Yeah.
I could hear the clink.
I could hear the clink and clank of the iron.
Yeah, just from the way they're delivering that
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. That would probably be worth some points, huh?
You already got your points. So that's Caleb really got us started in the right direction there. One of the big things that you can use here is kind of this discursive process. By discussing, by going back and forth,
Great
can-
word, Josh.
improve
Right.
through discourse. It's not the right word.
Yeah.
Discursive is
Well, you said discursive, and now I was like thinking about, is that like handwriting?
yeah,
it's like a rap.
Well, it's
It's like a mean rap written in cursive.
right.
Yeah.
Discursive.
That's how I wrote that letter.
Yeah.
By using discursive process.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to be right for the situation. I just liked it. That's what I was saying.
Thank you. I appreciate
It does have to be right.
It's got to be written.
It's got to be written.
Correct.
Very good.
Correct.
Thanks for listening, guys. We've got, you can send in your questions, and we'd love to hear them. We're looking for an audio file of some kind. You can send those to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. We're looking for about a minute long piece of audio.
Yeah.
It's ideal.
Did you have comments from the Spotify's?
Oh, we do have comments from the Spotify. This is a great place to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that we were just kind of winding things down.
I'm sorry.
No, I
Cut me out.
brought it.
Well, no, Caleb's out there having fun.
Yeah.
I thought Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm not. That would be a bad move.
It seems like it's against the rules.
It seems
I didn't like
it is
this.
against the rules to not have fun.
I didn't like this comment.
Xi Jinping is listening.
I didn't like this comment from Sai very much
Oh.
because I asked a question, which was, "Do you like hearing about bleeding teeth or gums?"
Oh boy. And you didn't like his answer.
I didn't like
This
his
is gonna
answer.
be-
I felt that he very much ignored what my question was. Cyrus responded on Spotify. You can leave comments on Spotify.
Yeah.
With President Taft's daddy could have had many 40-pound sons.
Oh wow.
So, and
Nice.
one thing that we did say, President Taft, not President Taft.
Yeah,
So,
that's wrong.
But actually, we're having kind of some fun there. We did mean President Taft.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true, but if
So,
you want us to
yeah.
track with what you're doing,
Yeah.
you like use the lingo, man.
Yeah. But what's interesting is that at his heaviest,
Yeah.
President Taft
Okay.
was 340 pounds.
Wow.
340 pounds.
So-
That's not that big.
How many 40-pound sons could he have? Well, he could have 8 40-pound sons and 1 20-pound son.
I was gonna say.
But his father, Alfonso Taft, that's his actual name. He had 5 total sons.
Okay.
It wasn't easy for me to find the weight of all 5 sons.
That wasn't a big feature of them.
The non-president
The
sons.
non-president
the
sons.
like notably fat president
Yeah,
sons.
yeah.
The one where people are like, he's the fat guy.
Yeah. So we don't know their weights, but let's assume 200-pound sons.
Yeah.
So it's 800 plus 340. So we've got 1,140 pounds of sun
Okay. Yeah.
in round numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really round.
So round.
Michelin man.
And so we are looking at 28 40-pound sons and 1 20-pound son.
And really, I mean, I'd prefer to be on the other side of that. With less 40-pound older brothers. I'm assuming that the 20-pound son is the youngest. Because he gets. I mean, who
Could be.
Why would he be in the middle?
He's getting
You know,
squished.
you've used
He's
up-
getting
or
squished
at
by
the
the other
beginning.
guys.
Yeah, he could
Getting
be
smushed
the
down.
oldest. He
It's
could
just
be the
like
oldest.
we used up all the other 40s, and we've only got this 20. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I feel like. I
Yeah.
would want less 40-pound older brothers.
Yeah.
Fewer.
Yeah, fewer. Sorry.
Yeah,
fewer,
thank you.
Yep.
Fewer.
Because if they're less 40 pound, they're probably 35.
Fewer.
30 pound.
Mein Kampf.
Hold on. Why?
Wait, what? Like Führer?
Führer. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that Hitler's classic response when people would say Führer was for him to just blurt out his book
His
title.
struggle.
Mein Kampf.
My struggle.
My struggle.
Mein Kampf.
So Cy was pretty insightful. 20-pound, 28 40-pound sons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 20-pound son. That's a lot of sons. So
a lot of
that's
sons.
many, like he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we do appreciate that sort of feedback, little bonus questions
Yeah.
on the end there in the Spotify Q&A. Throw them
Yeah.
at us.
I love it.
Yeah.
We love
Even
that.
if it doesn't actually answer anything.
Any of the questions that have
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
been posted.
Yeah, and if you just pop a couple of Google searches in there,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're about to type into Google,
Oh, good idea.
if it's not something that's urgent, just throw a Google search in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what should
And-
I do with my
yeah,
new ability to fly?
yeah.
You
Or
learn you
maybe
can
it's
fly.
like how do I turn off my TV or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
How to
That's
safely turn
Yeah.
off my TV.
How do I do it safely?
Yes. How do I not break my TV but turn it off?
I'm aware of the risks involved.
and I'd like to do everything I can to avoid them.
Look, I know that there's a way to turn off my TV that will
Result
completely break my TV.
Break my TV, cause grievous bodily harm to myself.
Yes. But I'd prefer not to.
Yeah.
No.
Guys, thanks so much for listening. Gabe and Caleb, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks
Hey,
for
thank
having
you
us,
so
Josh.
much. Yeah.
And thanks for all the points.
Yep, you bet.
Thanks for just letting me, be in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you have fun, Caleb?
I had fun.
Honestly, I did. I was kind of peaks and valleys, kind of like a weird graph that I don't,
Don't
not
understand.
super excited about this graph, but
This
Yeah.
graph will bum me out tonight in bed.
yeah, it's going down right now, which
Right.
isn't good.
Yeah. No. Which I understand is not good. Yep. Kind of like it's kind of like the life cycle of a balloon. Bye.
Bye.
Bound,
That was our best episode yet.
bound, bound. Bound, bound. Blue sky. Bye bye. Yeah, blue, bye, 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 bye. I think I had something, but I learned how to waste it. Success smelled sweet, but I never could taste it. So blue sky, bye bye. Yeah, blue, bye, 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 bye. Blue sky, bye, bye. Yeah, blue, bye, 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 bye. I confess to obsessing about the turn of the wheel. March on a headstone like a tooth in the heel. Do you know how I feel? Just say you know.